Alright, hello. This is going to be my Wasteland 2 playthrough. So this is day one. I'm about to hit new game for the first time. A little background, I have not played Wasteland 1. I loaded it up and played around for about an hour or so, but decided, it's a bit too dated for me at this point. I have played Fallout 1, 3, and New Vegas. I did not play Fallout 2. Um, I'm really big. I really like this post-apocalyptic world. Anyway, really drawn to Wasteland 2. Um, I have played Wasteland 2 for a couple of hours to get used to the control scheme and everything. I've since deleted that save, and I've created some new characters. So let's go ahead and start it up. Alright, so the first time I played this game, I started with some of the default pre-made characters. This time we're going to play with these four characters, which I have created. Some of them are inspired by some of my real-life friends, but their backgrounds are obviously completely made up. So this is going to be our party. And you can see Malady here. I created off of the default pills, so it retained the combat medic title. I should have done that for the others as well, but I'm going to go with what we have. Alright, so we're going to start with Sist. He's our party leader. Sist grew up in an orphanage under the protection of the Rangers. He got his name from a spiteful house mother who got annoyed by his developing charm. With a silver tongue, welcoming disposition, and some luck, Sist worked his way into the Rangers to see safety to a broader area. So he's an overall altruistic kind of a guy. Here's his stat page. Now, I have not played Wasteland 2 before, and but I know what the value of some of these numbers are. I think Sist is going to be a fairly underpowered character for combat purposes, but he's intended to be my party leader. And I also put some strength on him so he can be our muscle for the moment. So I loaded him up on luck and charisma. Again, he was based off of a real-world friend, so he requested to be loaded on luck and charisma, and I tried to work with that to make a viable character. I think this guy is kind of okay all around, but primarily he's going to be my kiss-ass and leadership sort of a character, the occasional brute force character, and then some backup for combat. I expect his combat usefulness to be more based on leadership, which provides a area of effect around him constantly, where everyone close to him is kind of improved in combat. Alright, next is Malady. Let me read her background. Malady learned her trade working in a brothel near the old prison, healing poxed joy girls and stitching up drunks after nightly barroom brawls. She's good with the needle, but sometimes likes the taste of her own medicine. That's actually the same background as Pills, the default character, and I just added, with the Rangers, Malady has the opportunity to develop and field test her advancements in chemistry and medicine. So here she is. I did give her handguns, so she has something to do in combat, but she's going to be my demolitions, field medic, and surgeon. I'll probably add a couple more skills onto her, especially since I gave her 8 intelligence. She'll have an extra skill point over everybody else. So she's going to be loading up on healing and demolitions. Alright, and then we have Raspberry. Raspberry grew up learning to hunt game with her father on the outskirts of a town called Corn Row. When returning one day to trade her meat, they found the town under attack by raiders. Using her hunting rifle, she was able to cover the escape of the townsfolk and lead the refugees to the citadel. With Corn Row gone, she took up the life of a street rat until old enough to enter a local tournament where she impressed the Rangers with her sharpshooting talent. So she's going to be our sniper character. Here she is, doubled up on sniper rifles. I'm also making her kind of the roguish character. Alarm disarming, lockpicking, safe cracking, and she has a bit of a hard-ass personality. So again, loaded up on coordination and awareness for that juicy sniping talent. I'm going to have to augment strength and speed later to make up for a couple of missed action points. But overall, I feel good about her stats. Alright, and then Wrench. Wrench was raised in a small farming village named Corn Row, same as Raspberry, where he apprenticed with his grandfather in mechanics and computers to keep their automated systems running. Corn Row was sacked by raiders from Louisiana, driving the survivors to seek refuge with the Rangers. Through his late teens, he continued learning of ages past technology and serves the Rangers with his specialized knowledge. So he is going to be our tech guy. Hello, Spiracist, how are you? So again, I loaded him up on intelligence. He and Malady are going to be kind of our skill monkeys. He does have submachine guns for some combat usefulness, but he's going to be loaded up on computers, mechanics, and I got toaster repair in there too. So should be good. Alright, so we're going to start this game. Alright, difficulty. So I believe them when they say seasoned is going to be kind of challenging, even for you know, someone who's experienced with games. So I'm not feeling like going to Ranger yet, since I've not played Wasteland 2 before. But I feel like, for my pride's sake, I shouldn't go rookie. Alright, here we go. Work. General Vargas said that, huh?
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an Army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name: the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged.
Okay.
Thank you, recruits.
Stiff, bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the barrel.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger.
Okay, so what about Ace? How did Ace die, sir?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, but sadly Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Okay, is the signal a threat, sir?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Okay, so... Let's see, where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
I don't think my keyboard here is working. It's kind of annoying.
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Alright. Repeater unit, sir?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Okay. Happy to be given the opportunity, sir, but are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 Ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
Alright, where's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Alright. Call in, sir?
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
Okay, when can we enter the Citadel?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Let's see, Oh yeah. Surely, sir, the success of the mission is more important than testing us. If you want to find these signals, shouldn't you let us in so we can stock up on everything we need to succeed?
Using logic on me, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Smartass.
Yep.
Logic and observation will change some folks' minds, and you can catch people in lies that way. But sometime, it only makes them mad, so be careful. In this case, you're right. I should let you in, but I got a feeling about you four. You got